Thanks, Mdu. It seems like it's a sunny day across most parts of the country. We're going to continue now with more action this morning. In fact, turning our attention to some music news. Music has the power, as we know, to transport us to another world, evoke emotions and also memories that transcend time and space alike. And with every note, melody and rhythm, music can also transform our mood, our mindsets, as well as our surroundings, carrying us to a world of serenity, joy, and inspiration. Well, that's exactly what our guest has managed to do with his music, from his humble beginnings in the local church to collaborating with top artists. Mzizi's journey is an inspiration to the youth and humanity alike. He's making waves in the music industry with his unique blend of Sesotho melodies in diverse genres. And he joins us this morning to chat a little bit further. Mzizi, good morning. Thank you for your time at this hour.
Good morning, good morning. How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing? Given your journey, given how it all started for you. I mean, talk to us about that in church at the age of 13 and culminating to this point.
What can I say? It's just an amazing experience. Like from where it all started from. So I'm actually from a village, right? So there wasn't a lot of music going around. So my sister went to like UKZN and then she came back telling me about this thing called the bass guitar. And then I was like intrigued. I was like, what is that? And then after then, it's been music ever since. Music ever since. Like, so.
And I mean, finding that purpose, also that point that makes you alive. You did industrial engineering, and you ultimately also decide to make the switch into music. Talk to us about that journey as well, or how you managed to balance it all.
Yeah, the interesting thing about music is that it calls you. I didn't expect the call. I just got the call to say, yo, bro, I can see that you're doing this engineering thing. And it was like, but music is calling me and it's calling with a loud voice. So I had to answer because I was getting a lot of warnings from work. So I could tell skipping work is not a good thing.
It's the discipline and the principles. But you are disciplined because actually playing the guitar, honing yourself in that, I mean, you're renowned for it now. So talk to us about what goes into that. I guess that also makes you stand out from all the others. Yeah,
that's quite interesting because I was thinking about it yesterday that actually being a musician before an artist was kind of like an advantage because I stood behind so many great names like Keenan, like Makado, like there were people that I worked with so much and closely and was able to learn a lot from them, like how to actually relate to the people about the message towards your people and actually interacting with the people to make sure that you give them the best of what you have.
Speaking of which, I mean, music is its own universal language, but you're also intentional about using Sesotho to convey your message and speak to people's hearts. Talk to us about how you incorporated those elements, creating your distinct, unique sound as well.
Yeah, the interesting thing is that it was not actually planned. Me singing actually was because my first single that I did, Pumelele, I had to call in a friend of mine to sing because I didn't know that I could sing, which was quite interesting. And it was a bit difficult because afterwards when I had to do performances, it was quite tricky because I was like, the person who's singing is not here. So what should I do now? So that's when I was like, nah, let me just take it back home. Proud Kwakwa boy here. So I had to go back and be like, yo, Sesotho is beautiful. So let me just put this beautiful language into beautiful music.
Yes. And speaking of which, Katara is your latest offering. So if we're going to look at what is you're evoking through that and sort of how that came to be. What's the story behind your latest EP there?
Katara is amazing because after I did all of the music, because I used to do like live music and just do like a live band setup. And then after a while, I managed to meet Calvin Momo, which we did like the first like big song I've ever did, which was Wansia. And then after that, people just kept on calling me, yo, bro, let's do more dance music. Let's do more dance music, which led me to building relationships with like the likes of Baba Alwa, George Leslie, and all of them. And then we actually came together. I was like, let me just put a nice EP together for the people just to showcase the beautiful Sesotho language. So, yeah.
Which plays its role in South Africa's identity, our culture, our heritage as well. It also comes with its own challenges, though. What would you say has been the biggest challenge or inertia you've had to overcome in your own journey thus far?
The first one is that I realized a lot of people don't know Sesotho. Zulu has taken over so much, and it got to a point like every time I released music, they'd be like, yo, can you drop a translation? I was like, you guys never ask for translation for the other people.
So now you're an educator as well.
So now I have to go back and try to find and make it make sense and make sure that I take out the message as it is without actually diluting it.
No, absolutely.
Yeah,
and then that showcases our rich diversity, you know, language, culture at large. So as we fast forward to what we can expect from you in the future, with, I guess without playing with an imaginary crystal ball, what can we expect from you for the rest of the year?
It's basically more music, and obviously I'm a person that likes to jump, like not stay in one genre specifically. Sure. So I'm always open to new ideas. Probably we can have like a rock Sesotho vibe, probably can have a metal Sesotho vibe or country Sesotho vibe, because I feel like there's so much that you can do with this language. People have always put it inside a box to say you can only do this with the language, you can only do this with the guitar, but if you infuse them, you can, the possibilities are like endless.
No, absolutely. And also it's, you know, beyond our borders. I mean, our continent, you know, it's what the world is looking for at this point. What do you think about that contribution to the world stage at large through our music? How do you think we've managed to not be on the periphery, but put our hands up and say we're here?
Well, honestly, I might come off a bit biased, but I think South Africa is the best. South Africa is so talented. We have so many talented people, so many diverse cultures, so many diverse sounds, and there's only so much that we can do. So Africa is great, and I see us going even further. I see us going even further with this thing.
Well, thank you for joining us and sharing your story. And I know it's not goodbye. We're going further. We're going to be performing in just a moment. So we'll see you just shortly. But again, Mzizi joining us this morning, chatting to us about the story, musical vision as well. And obviously how we can, what we can expect from him for the rest of the year.